Hey guys, Ike here from Mike'sOutdoors.com. I'm here today to do a review on the BTX 28 from BTX. This is got a lot of new technology on it and a lot of bells and whistles, so this is going to be a lengthy review. This has the power shift technology on it, which essentially makes this 3 bows in one. So we're going to be doing draw cycle curve, speed test, and shooting on all 3 of those settings. Basically going to treat this bow like it's 3 different bows, because each bow has its own unique, or each setting has its own unique characteristics. So we're going to show you each one of those and show you the speed test and the shooting on those. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to run down the specs and some of the technology on this bow, and then we'll jump into that. This is a 31-inch axle-to-axle bow. This is a 6-inch brace height. It has draw lengths available on 25.5 to 28, and that's why it has the name of the BTX 28. There's also a 31-inch model out there for you guys who have longer draws. This is IBO rated for 333 feet per second. This is available in 50, 60, 70, and 80 pounds. This is available in Realtree Extra, Mossy Oak Breakup. It's available in black, which I have here. It's available in the Cryptic Typhoon, and it's available in the Cryptic Highlander. This has some of the old standby technology they've used for years, which is awesome, and it also has a lot of really new, really cool technology to it. First off, I love the look to this bow. To me, it looks a lot like the old Captain, the old Sentinel, some of those old center pivots, and I just really, really like the bow. As far as the eye appeal, I think this is the best looking center pivot they've made in the last few years. I love the looks of this bow. It has the carbon core limbs on it that they've used for a couple years. Has the overdrive binary cam system on it. Has the flex guard, and like I said, it has the center pivot. Also has your shock absorbers here, shock absorber here, shock absorbers on your limb, and some speed knocks on there. Same strings they've used for the last couple of years, which are some of the best factory strings you're going to find. Same grip that they've used. They really kind of slimmed it down. It feels a lot better. I really like the grip on this bow. It feels really, really nice compared to some of the grips they've had in the last few years. Now, some of the new technology, last year they came out with the power shift technology, and it's back again. The power shift technology allows this bow to basically be 3 bows in one. Their slogan is anytime, any season with this bow, and I definitely agree with that. This has the power setting, which is going to be your speed setting. It has your classic setting, which is going to be your middle of the road. Good performance plus good comfortable shootability to it. And it's also got your comfort setting, which is more of your 3D type feel, which is when you pull it back, it's really got a nice valley to it, and a really long valley, and just really feels really good at full draw. So those are some of the technologies on this bow. It also has a new system on it called the micro sync, which is right here, and what this allows you to do is actually time your cams without pressing it and without twisting cables and stuff like that. This has 10 different adjustments to it, and basically what it is it's an oval, and as you turn this thing, it's going to change. When you draw it back, it's going to change the position of your cam. So it's going to be a nice, easy way to time your cams. You got dots right here, so it's going to be a nice, easy way of getting your cams timed without putting this thing in a press and doing anything like that. So I have this bow right now set on 70 pounds. I have it set on 27.5-inch draw, and I have it set on the comfort setting. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the number 3, the comfort setting. We're going to show you the draw force curve on it. We're going to show you the speed results that we get out of this with this current setup, and then we're going to take it out and shoot it. And then in that next stage we're going to change it to the classic setting, do the same thing all over again, change it to the power setting, and do it all over again. So this is going to take me a couple days. I'm going to be wearing different stuff. I'm going to have stubble on my face by about day number 3. So this is going to take me a little bit to do this, because like I said, this is basically like doing 3 bow reviews in one. If you want to skip forward to a particular setting, that's the order I'm going to do it in. I'm going to do it in the comfort, then the classic, then the power setting. So if you want to skip some of those, you can. If not, sit back and enjoy. We'll give you some close-ups of this, and we'll give you a good rundown and be as thorough as we can on a bow that really has a lot going on. So sit back and enjoy, and we'll get doing some shooting. Okay, this is a speed test on the BTX BTX 28. I'm shooting a variety of arrows. This bow is set at 67 pounds. It has a 27.5-inch draw length, and it is on the number 3 comfort setting. First arrow we're going to shoot here is 350 grains. Next arrow we're going to shoot here is 387 grams. Actually 383, I can't read my own writing. 383. Now we're going to shoot my hunting arrow, which is 435 grains. And last is my heavier arrow, which is 478 grains. Okay, this is the number 3 setting, and this is more for like the target type of setting. We're going to be shooting some lightweight arrows out of this setup. The 2 lightweight arrows from the speed test. The bow, like I said, the grip on this bow is great. I love the grip on this bow. It's definitely a big improvement over some of the BowTech grips in the past. The draw cycle on this number 3 setting is really nice. A little bit of a hump, and then when it drops over and you get it at full draw, man, you're not holding nothing. I mean, you're absolutely not holding nothing there. So, creeping with this bow, oh yeah, you can creep with it. I mean, it doesn't want to take off on you. It's really, really comfortable to hold. As far as stability, it feels really nice. And as far as noise and vibration, you can see there's very, very little noise. The bow just shoots like a dream. Absolutely shoots great on this number 3 setting. Very, very comfortable bow to shoot on this draw cycle. Accuracy is there, tunability is there, especially with the new technology they got on this, like the micro sync dial and stuff like that. I had no issue tuning this thing. One of the things I'll be curious to see is when I change the settings, am I going to have to do any kind of tuning? So that'll be something we'll look at when we change the settings. Again, 70 pounds, a little bit of a hump right there, but once it gets in there, nice long valley, great draw cycle. Shoots like a dream. I love this setting. As far as, you know, I call it a target setting, but even with this setup, we're still getting really good speeds out of this bow. Still, with our 350 grain arrow, we're still bumping around the 297 to 300 mark. So we're still really impressive speeds out of this bow. Got one more arrow here. Here or there, I'm slapping arrows together down there from about 20 yards away, and really just focus on the draw cycle now. We'll talk about the bow overall at the end, but the draw cycle on this number 3 setting, to me, like I said, it's the comfort setting, it's the target setting. It's something you can pull back and you can hold it all day long. It's got no I mean, you can relax with this bow. It doesn't want to jerk out of your hand. You know, it's got a great valley to it. It really feels fantastic. So I really like the number 3 comfort setting on this bow. And I really like it for hunting too. I say it's more of a target setup, but I really like it for hunting too, because the speeds that I was getting out of this bow on this comfort setting with my hunting arrow were still in the 278 range, and that's still putting out a ton of kinetic energy. It's about what I was putting out last year with the bow I hunted with then. And with this setup, if you're in a tree stand, you're in cold weather, you can get this thing back there and you can just sit there and hold it all day long, and it's not going to want to try to rip out of your hand. You're going to be able to hold it for long amounts of time. So I like this number 3 setting, this comfort setting, for a variety of different uses. It's going to be a great target setup as far as the draw cycle goes and the ability to hold it and the stability of the bow. It's also going to be a great hunting setup because of the speeds that it's putting out and the comfort factor to it. So next thing we're going to do here is we're going to set this on the number 2 setting, which is the classic setting, and we're going to test it out like that. Okay, it's the speed test of the BTX 28 on the number 2 setting, the classic setting. This bow is set at 68 pounds. It's set at 27.5 inch draw length, and we got about 20 grains of weight on a string. We're going to be shooting a variety of arrows here, starting with our 350 grain arrow. That's a nice little jump in speed over the others. Next, we're going to be shooting our 383 grain arrow. That was about a 6 to 8 feet per second jump over the comfort setting. Again, nice little jump there in speed. going to be shooting my hunting arrow, which is 438 grains. Now that's going to be putting out some impressive kinetic energy right there. That's pretty quick for that arrow. This is our heavyweight arrow, which is 483 grains, I believe. Okay, this is now on the number 2 setting, which we showed you the draw cycle on this, and we showed you the speed results on this. The number 2 setting, you can see the draw cycle on it. Instead of building up and kind of dipping down and having kind of a sharp drop off and a long valley, this is kind of in the middle. You know, it's got a nice rounded draw cycle to it, as you've seen. And like I said, it's a little bit more of this is the classic setting. I'm not sure if I said that right. So it's a little bit different than right in the middle, in between the speed setting and the comfort setting. So we're going to shoot this out and see how it feels here. Feels really nice at full draw. You creep with it. Yeah, you can creep with it a little bit. It doesn't want to take off on you. Starting to kind of want to take off on me now a little bit as I relax. So not as much as the comfort setting, but definitely can creep with this bow. So with our jumping speed, I expect a little bit more vibration, a little bit more noise. But this bow still does not have vibration or noise. Draw cycle is really good. Nice pump there when it gets the full peak weight, and then holds it for a few minutes. But this bow is really nice at full draw on the classic setting. And as far as tunability with this bow, I haven't had to do any kind of retuning with it. I didn't have to time my rest. I didn't have to do anything like that. I basically just changed it over, which took just a few minutes, and started shooting it. And I've had to, my sights, I'm shooting a little bit high, but I'm shooting a little bit faster now. So there's the only difference really in the bow. Feels really good. I like this draw cycle too. You know, it definitely has the speed advantage over the comfort setting, and still has the shootability to it as far as not wanting to tear your arm off in the draw cycle, or when you get to full draw, not wanting to really jerk out of your hand or anything like that. So I really like this setting as well. It is shooting noticeably higher. I'm shooting probably about 4 to 5 inches higher now with this setting, which, like I said, I really expect that because we got the jumping speed. Again, no tuning issues, slapping arrows together down there. The classic setting is really that setting in between your speed and your power. It's going to be one of those that's going to be fantastic for doing everything. You're going to get a little bit more speed out of it in the comfort zone. You're going to get a little less of that jerkiness from the power, you know, but you're not going to get as much speed. So it's really your middle of the road setting, and you can see the results of our speed test and our draw cycle chart that we put up, that this is really the true middle of the road setting on this bow, as far as not your speed but not quite as comfortable. Really nice feel to it, and has that classic Bowtech feel to it. So now we're going to take this thing in here and we're going to change it over to our speed, our power setting, and we're going to test this thing out on the power setting. Okay, this is a speed test on the power setting, the number 1 setting. I'm going to be shooting the same 4 arrows. Again, it's set on 68 pounds, 27.5 inch draw length, and we've got 20 grains of weight on the string. And we are going to start out with our 350 grain arrow. Next up, we got our 383 grain arrow. Next is my hunting arrow, which is 438 grains. Whew, buried that thing. Almost shot plumb through the target. Last is my hog hunting arrow, which is 478 grains. 77. That one about buried and all went all the way through the target as well. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and shoot 4 or 5 arrows here. This is on the number 1 setting, the power setting, and the speed did jump significantly. As far as the tuning on it goes, it still stayed in tune, still stayed true as far as everything like that goes. Again, it's shooting higher because it's shooting a lot faster. One thing I've noticed now, running through this through the draw cycle test, is the draw cycle is really staying the same. What's really changing is the amount of let off on the back end side. So that's really what seems to be changing. Everything else in the draw cycle still seems to be staying pretty much the same. Builds up nice and slow. It's got a nice rounded draw cycle to it. Builds up nice and slow, hits that peak, levels out, and then just kind of drops off nice and slow on the end. What changes is the length of the valley and how much weight you're holding at the end, the percentage of let off. So other than that, really the draw cycle still really has the same draw curve to it. So again, quite a bit faster with this bow. We'll talk a little bit more about the features of this bow this time around. I like the grip on this bow, the 2-piece grip on here. Really is nice. The finish on this bow is textured, and it's got a textured finish to the back side of the grip as well, which I really like. It's got very little of your hand on there, so I like to have a little bit of a textured feel to it. Again, bow is really quiet, doesn't have hardly any kick or any vibration to it at the shot. And you're going to see, I got a tip loose here, but you're going to see a little bit of kick, but that's just because I'm shooting back tension. Other than that, for the kind of speeds this bow's putting out, it's really quiet. These are fairly lightweight arrows. These are 383 grains. I got one 350 grain arrow in here. The bow has very little kick, very little vibration to it, and overall, it's a really nice shooting bow, and I really like the way this bow performed. Now, on this number 1 power setting, when you get back to full draw again, it rides the edge. You can see there, it really rides that edge, and when it went, boy, it really wanted to go on me. That's where they're picking up the speed, and that's how you're getting all that extra power out of this bow, and how you're picking up all that gained momentum is by getting closer to that edge and really riding that edge. So you can't hardly creep with this thing when it's on the number 1 setting. You've seen how it wanted to kind of get away from me there. Well, not kind of, it wanted to get away from me there. My release seems to be wanting to malfunction. So that's on the number 1 setting, and it really does boost the speed and really does get it to where it's driving a lot more momentum and a lot more energy out of it, but also rides that edge a lot more. Like I said, draw cycle really stays the same. The only thing that really changes is the length of the valley at the end, the amount of weight that you're holding on the back side, and how close it is to that wanting to take off. But overall, man, I love this bow. I love the way it looks. I love the design to it. Kind of looks like the old Captain, the old Sentinel. Absolutely love the way this thing looks. Love the way this thing shoots. Shoots like a dream. I love the versatility of it, because you got basically 3 bows in one. This review has taken me longer than normal reviews takes me, because this is like doing 3 bow reviews. This is really essentially 3 completely different bows. This is the kind of bow that you can really do anything with, and I say that about other bows that, you know, this is kind of a do-it-all bow, but this is absolutely the king of the do-it-all bows, because you got the number 3 setting, which you can go out and you can be comfortable with, and you can go out and you can shoot targets with, and you can go out and shoot leisurely with, still putting out good speeds. You got the number 2 setting, which is more the classic setting. It's kind of the middle of the road between the comfort and the power setting, which is still a pleasure to shoot, still going to put out good speeds, and still going to perform good. You got the number 1 setting, which is your speed setting, which is your power setting for those type of situations where you want to get as much speed as you possibly can, whether you're showing off to your buddies and trying to get as much more speed than they got, or if you're out west hunting someplace it's going to be really flat, and someplace you're going to be taking, you know, 60-70 yard shots and want as flat a trajectory as you possibly can, or even 3D. Some guys like to shoot their really fast bows shooting 3D, so because it'll help you when you're if you misjudge yardage. So this really is, to me, the king of the do-it-all bows, because it really is 3 bows in one. This is kind of bow you can take to an archery range, you can take on a whitetail hunt, you can take on a hog hunt, you can take on an elk hunt, you can take on a mule deer hunt. This is really the do-it-all, most versatile bow that I have tested to date because of the power disc settings on it. Now, changing the power disc was very, very easy. 3 bolts, move the thing around to the next setting, and put your 3 bolts back in. And someone specifically asked about changing the draw length. The draw length is attached to your power shift setting. The draw length module is, and it makes it look a little bit more difficult than it actually is. Changing the draw length actually still pretty much the same, where you got just 2 bolts in here. You may have to press it because the limb may get in the way, but you got 2 bolts there that you're going to have to take out and adjust it to the right draw length that you want to adjust it to, and then you're going to want to change your draw stop. And that's pretty much it on the changing the draw length. So no big deal on changing the draw length. It just looks more complicated than what it is. So this bow's got a ton of versatility to it. The dial sync, going to be able to sync your cam in there. They really like the technology on this bow. They've really taken it up a notch, and love the versatility of this BTX 28. The 28-inch cam on here too, for me, is awesome, because I shoot a 27.5-inch draw length, and a cam that is designed, a normal cam is designed for 30 inches. It's going to perform the best at 30 inches. The geometry is there for 30 inches. This one is designed for 28 inches. The geometry is specifically designed for 28-inch draw to get the most efficiency out of it as possible. So if you're shooting a 28-inch draw, you're shooting a 27.5-inch draw, or 26-inch draw, or whatever, you know, shorter draw length, you're going to get a lot more speed out of this bow than you're going to get out of a bow that has a 30-inch cam on it that you're necking down with a module. So this is a lot more efficient cam, and you've seen that in our speed test results. The speed rating, speeds on this thing were awesome. So love this bow, this BTX 28. Absolutely love it. Can't say enough good things about it, so I might as well just shut up, because this video's probably already been long enough, and I need to quit raving about it. But definitely check this BTX out. Love this bow. We'll put the website below so you can go check this bow out, and for more product reviews and how-to videos, you can check out our website, ikesoutdoors.com, and check out our hunting videos, which we're going to be hunting with this bow. I believe Mr. Kyle Tucker's, he's trying to talk me into using this bow on a hog hunt here in April, and I may end up letting Kyle use this bow on a hog hunt, but he's gonna have to really sweeten the pot, throw in some beer or something to get me to let him use it. So you can check those out on huntwithike.com. So appreciate you guys watching, and be sure to check this bow out, because it is a awesome bow.